Hi, thank you and welcome to the Patricia Show. My name is Patricia. Please press subscribe and the like button and share. So now this is part three and the final part to take control of your finances. The next thing I want to give you is if you don't have any money whatsoever to start your business, but you want to start a business and your credit is not where you want it to be, I'm going to give you this company name. So they require that your credit score must be at least 630, and he could get you $6,000 to $8,000 startup money for your business. If your credit is less than 630, he can help you raise your credit to 630. So he can help you with that also. I'm going to put, his name is Curtis. I'm going to put all the information down at the bottom so that you can go to his website or call him. I'll give you the phone number and the website so you can call him and see what, he could do for you. Now, if you don't, some people use the fact that they'll say, I don't have any money to start a business. I can't start anything because I don't have any money. Well, I just got through telling you about a lot of those things that I was telling you about on the other videos. You don't have to have any money for that. When I did my course on how to open a non-medical nursing company, healthcare company, I had $250. That was it. I opened it up in October of 2012, and I had my first client that January. I only had $250 is nothing. So I only had, one of the newspapers I was running in was like, at the time, I think it was $16 a week to advertise in there. So I advertised in there. And then I bought me a couple of supplies, that I needed. And that was about it. Because that's all I had was $250. And then in January, it was a 24-hour case, so I made very good money. And then my business was able to flourish after that. But I'm just telling you, you don't always need hundreds and thousands of dollars to start a business. The companies that I just told you about, where you rent out your timeshare, you absolutely need no money for that. To get the timeshare is free, so it's no money for that. And then to advertise it on the website is free. The companies that I gave you to advertise it on, they have two programs. One, when the client pays for the vacation, you can get your money right away, but you have to pay them upfront a certain amount. Or they have plan two. When the customer pays their money, you get your money after they check in, and it's still a percentage. They're going to take a percentage, and then you get your money. So I absolutely did not have to put up one dime, not one dime. And the first amount of money that I made from there, because I only had two timeshares at the time. I only wanted to invest in two timeshares because I thought, that just sounds too good to be true that you could get these timeshares for free and you didn't have to do nothing but the maintenance fee. So I wanted to check it out first. Now I own lots of them, but back then I only got two, and that's all I had to do. And let me tell you. So when I went on the website, picked one at Wyndham Belly High at that resort. I got one there. It was a 1-bedroom. I was able to rent that out for $3,000 a week. I paid no money, nothing to get it posted or anything. And I didn't have to pay up front any money, and they gave me the $3,000. Well, a little less than $3,000 when the people checked in, because you got to give them their percentage and all of that. But still, I made really good for somebody who didn't invest not one penny. The timeshare didn't even cost me 2 cents. I invested nothing. Now, when I got the timeshare, the maintenance fee was due like 3 months later. But because I rented it out for Christmas or New Year's, I think I rented it out for Christmas. My timeshare amount wasn't even due, so I didn't even have to pay that. I just made $3,000. And the second property was pretty much the same thing. I was able to rent that out. My maintenance fee was due, I think, sometime in January. I think it was January 17th or somewhere in January. But I was able to rent it out the first week in January, which was New Year's Eve. So I made money. So when I made that money, what I did is took the maintenance fee out of that money and paid the maintenance fee, and then I kept the rest. So I still made off. So don't ever say you don't have enough money to get into business, because that's one excuse that people use. I have a friend that always wants to do business, but she has really put in her mind that you have to have money to make money. So she really has that in her mind. Like, you can't make money if you don't have money. And so she'll just sit back and wait till she get the money, which she ends up never really getting. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe that, because I proved it not to be true. I started a nursing, non-medical home care agency with $250. And I can't remember how much the first patient it was, but if I think back, I think I know it was a living, and I think I made, when, I told you somebody took over the case in January. Took over the case. Somebody came in with the case in January. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I made $5,000 a month off of that case, and I only started with $250. Made $5,000. I didn't put anything but $250 in that. And then the other business, the real estate, the vacation business, I didn't put not one dime in there, and I came out with, like, I think after I paid the percentage and everything, I think it was like $2,700 or $2,800, and I got that back for no investment putting in. You see what I mean? So you don't have to have money to make money. You don't. So don't use that as an excuse, because I've given you both of those ways for, where you can write your own, you can even write how to do your own taxes, if that's all you know, to write that, and then let people buy your course off of one of those platforms that I gave you before. So let me see what else you can do with. You don't need money. You don't have to have money to make money. But those, you get a significant amount of money. You know what I mean? You get a friend of mine, when the Airbnb first came out, my friend really wanted to do that. He kept saying, "Oh, he didn't have any money." He had he was living in his mom's house in a trailer that was parked in the driveway. He ended up fixing that trailer up, really fixed it up nice, and renting that out. And he was in the house with his mom, because he would stay in the trailer, but he went to stay in the house with his mom, and he fixed that out, and he rented that trailer out. And he didn't need any money to do that. You know what I mean? And so I've already told you that B&B, you can do the Airbnb, you can also put timeshares on there too. I just have never did it, but I've seen other people that do it, and they, be really booked up. So you can make money if you're sitting there right now and you don't have a dime on you. You can make money. Go on the website, Timeshare Nation. Pick you out a nice condo, look at the maintenance fee, and put in a request to get that condo. It takes about usually about a month and a half. Some places take 2 months for you to actually get your deed and everything, but some places don't take that long. It might be 30 days, but still, 30 days you'll be better off than where you are right now with nothing. At least in 30 days you'll have a deed for a timeshare that now you can rent out. See? Don't think broke, because people who say, "Oh, I don't have enough money," they thinking broke. They thinking those are people who have poverty mindsets. So they're thinking that, oh, I don't have no money, so I can't make no money. You know what I mean? Don't think like that. Think wealth with a wealth mindset. I could do anything that I choose to do. I can do. And even the real estate company that I told you about, that they're gonna give you $600,000. You can get a loan from them to buy your not give you, they're gonna give you a loan. I mean, they're not gonna give you $600,000, but they're gonna loan you $600,000 to buy your first property. I mean, who does that? Who does that? So listen, people, if none of these rock your world and you don't want to do any of these, that's fine too. I'm just giving you something to start researching, something to start looking into, so you'll at least be further off than you are right now. For sure. And if you just want to get you a timeshare for you to vacation in, that's cool too. Because I got so many of them now, I can vacation anywhere and I don't have to pay a dime but my maintenance fee, and I could go on a vacation in any of my places. Now with one of my memberships, one of the memberships I have, or for one of the timeshare, they hooked up with RCI. So now I can rent a place to anybody anywhere in the world. If you want to go to Africa, I can rent you a place in Africa, because I can go through RCI and rent that place to you from Africa, and I keep all the money. So as you get into that timeshare rental, you'll learn more and more. I didn't get into that with you today, but I just wanted to briefly tell you, like, I have my timeshares, but I also have timeshares through RCI that I can rent out to. If you want to go to Hawaii, if you want to go to Switzerland, I can rent those out and I keep that money too. But the ones that I actually own, through Patricia, those, I rent those out too. But you still don't have to share your money with RCI. You don't. But as you get into it, you'll start learning more. I don't want to bombard you with all that now. I'm just telling you that there's money to be made if you get these timeshares for free and then rent them out. You're not losing a dime. What are you losing? You didn't pay a dime to get them. You're not losing anything. Okay, so I hope some of these ideas helped you. If they didn't, that's fine too. Wait until you do the affirmation. Your mighty I am presence will give you more ideas. If you have a question on any of these ideas, please let me know. When I wrote them down, I wasn't able to put what they were for and everything. It was such a little space to write it. So if you have any questions, just email me or put it in the comments. I'll get it and get right back with you. Okay, thank you. You have a lovely day. Don't forget to subscribe, press share, and like.